Preppy Peppers. So I have this super secret notes app on my iPad. It's my diary where I keep all my secrets and even a note titled People That Annoy Me. I know it sounds mean, but a girl's gotta vent somewhere. Anyway, I thought no one else would ever see it because I had a big brain password. But I was wrong because the sleepover happened. Later, when Susie and I went downstairs for boba, Candy stayed behind. She picked up my iPad and typed in my password. I had no idea she watched me type it earlier, and she opened my private diary and saw her own name there. What I find annoying about Candy Cat, I was only venting out my frustration that day. I really didn't mean what I wrote, but she got angry, and then she pulled out her phone and started taking pictures of everything. And I mean everything. My secrets weren't safe anymore, cause she was going to use them against me. The next few days at school was so sussy. At first, I thought I was just imagining things, but the coincidences started piling up. Like, one day, I was wearing my new platform Uggs, and I walked past Candy in the hall.
Haha, look at that. Some people just can't pull off platform Uggs, you know. It's like they're walking on fluffy bricks. Kind of embarrassing.
I literally froze. Fluffy bricks? No way. That's the words I used in my diary. It had to be a coincidence. But then, a few days later, Candy did it again. This time she said,
I guess Peppa just has a crush on Pedro.
But like, how could she have known that? I never told anyone. It's like this girl could read my mind. And Pedro was there. Gosh, it was so embarrassing. I decided to talk to Susie about it. Susie, it's like she's in my head. She knows my private thoughts.
Girl, calm down. You're just being paranoid.
Like what? Hello? Cause Candy was trying really hard to get on her good side all week. And it clearly worked.
Come on, Peppa. Candy's not like that. You always think everyone's out to get you.
That sang more than I expected it to. Susie's my bestie, but after hearing her say that, it made me feel so incredibly alone. Like I had to go through this all by myself, and no one even cared. Then it got worse. I was just trying to eat my lunch in the cafeteria when Candy walked towards our table. She had this super fake, sweet smile on her face, and for real, I knew something bad was about to happen.
Hey guys, Peppa, I just have to say, I am so impressed with you.
Gosh, a compliment from Candy. This didn't feel right. Thanks.
No, I mean it. I just found out how you really feel about everyone. It must be so hard for you having to hang out with people who are just so basic and cringe.
And there it was. She was using my own words I wrote in my private notes about feeling different and not fitting in, and twisting them to make me look like a snob. Girls at the next table were listening. The worst part, the look on Susie's face. She looked at me like I was a complete stranger, and then she looked away. My heart felt like it had broken into a million pieces. That afternoon, I basically cried my eyes out. I felt it all, the humiliation, the anger, the heartbreak of my best friend doubting me. And for a second, I let myself imagine all the ways I could get back at Candy. Like, what if I swapped her Stanley Cup with a broken cup just before her classes? Or what if I replaced her expensive face cream with mayonnaise? It's the same color anyways. Okay, maybe that's going too far. But a girl can dream right. But you know what I realized? I didn't want to be like her. And I stopped feeling sorry for myself. I was done being a victim. I was done letting Candy control the narrative. If she was going to use my words against me, then I was going to use my real words to fight back. I had a plan. So the next day, I walked into school with my head held high and my iPad in my bag. I found Susie by the lockers. Susie, here, take a look at my iPad. This is what I actually wrote. But before she could even look, Candy jumped in out of nowhere.
Susie, did you know that Peppa thinks you can be kind of annoying sometimes? She literally wrote it down.
I could sense she was trying to pull Susie away from me. But this was exactly what I was expecting, and I was ready. But how would you even know what I wrote, Candy? And Candy, who was so arrogant and was so sure of herself, said,
Because I have the proof, obviously.
and that's when she did it. She pulled out her phone and she shoved it in our faces, showing us the gallery of photos she had taken. And then, everyone started gathering around and everyone held their breath. But Susie didn't even look at the pictures right away. No, she paused and just stared at Candy with a mixture of confusion and doubt. Then this is what Susie said next.
Candy, you took pictures of Peppa's private diary on your phone? That is the saddest, most desperate thing I have ever seen. Who even does something like that? I cannot believe how fake you are.
And just like that, the tables turned. The whispers started again. But this time, they weren't about me. They were about Candy. She was exposed. Her face went pale, and for the first time ever, Candy was speechless. Susie turned to me, filled with regret.
Peppa, I'm so sorry I ever doubted you. I should have been a better friend.
And I was like, girl, told you so, as Candy ran out the door. And you know what? I totally changed my password right when I got home. Changed to something that's high-key hard to remember. So hard to remember that even I forgot what it was. Anyway, have a nice day, Cookies. Bye.